What you telling me?
What you telling me, my G?
What are you telling me?
What are you telling me?
Why you telling me?
What you telling me, though?
What you telling me?
What are you telling me?
What you telling me?
What you telling me?
Yo, it's one Delts. What you telling me, fam?
Yo, what's really good? And you know, in the building's Ballers Corner, as always, it's Wax in the building, aka Wax Millie, aka Mr. Talk Your Talk. And to the left of me, I've got the man himself, the leader of men, Mr. Semi-Pro. I did that. It's the Semi-Pro.
I had to spoil it, brother.
Mr. Man will tell you how to do your job if you're not doing your job. Mr. Craig Heskey, what's going on, bro?
What you saying, bro? What you saying?
How you been, man?
It's been a hot minute, bro.
Millwall this year, huh? It's going good, yeah?
Yeah, all calm, bro.
Nice.
All calm.
So today we are here to talk about life at times of Craig Heskey growing up as a baller.
I ain't a baller, bro.
Huh?
I don't know you got that part from. I'm not a baller.
What do you mean you're not a baller?
I'm not a baller, bro.
Oh, come on, Craig, man.
Why am I a baller? I don't understand. I'm not a baller, bro. I'm just a human being.
That's the humbling. That's the humbling.
That's all, cuz.
All right, Hesk, how you been today, man? What you want to tell the people where you want to be, man? Tell the people why you're here, man.
Yeah, listen, I think, you know what? I think it's been important for me to, not just for me, but for just talking about what it's like having a professional in your family, or in this case, an ex-pro, from a football element, just to be very clear, and what that's like as a journey, because obviously people have their ideas of, okay, you're related to X, so you should have X, or you can do X, and when life isn't really like that, you see what I'm saying? So, yeah, no, I'm just going to literally just share my journey and what it's been like since obviously first coming into contact and obviously where we're at now, man. So,
all right, so I'm glad you gave me that question because it was actually very hard to even think of questions. But the first thing I actually want to know, when was the first time you realized that, that's actually my cousin?
you know what, I actually still remember that day like it was yesterday. I remember probably about 5 years of age. Obviously, he had just started playing for Leicester, so I think he just broke through into the first team. And my dad called me downstairs and goes, "This guy, show me the TV." He goes, "This guy's your cousin." So I'm looking at him, I'm okay. But then I see the Heskey on the back. I'm like, oh shit! Like that's where my immediate like he's like me. Like immediately, I could feel the connection based on we have something in common straight away. And I sat back. I was like, "Wow, that's crazy." Because obviously you're seeing someone who you're related to. And obviously, as a kid, when you hear cousin, you're thinking of the ones down the road and one that lives two flipping roads away. You know what I mean? You're thinking of that. And I'm like, oh snap! I've got a cousin that's on the TV.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Obviously, my family. Obviously, the Heskey family's big, innit? You know what I mean? Obviously, like my dad, his side of the family, my dad and his siblings are all Leicester born. So obviously, our side of the family was moved down to London, which is why there's a whole heap of Heskeys running around in London now. You know what I'm saying? So obviously, even with me, like if I can go up to Leicester, I can walk past, I would say 97% of Heskeys and not know the Heskeys.
Sweet.
Like it's that the family is huge. You see what I'm saying? And it's not until obviously RIP to my granddad. My granddad passed a year and a half ago now. I'm now really beginning to connect dots and knowing what families where and who's linked to who and all of that. All of that stuff now, all of a sudden has become interesting, where it wasn't so interesting before.
Yeah.
Like knowing how I was connected to Emil was interesting, as you can imagine, because everyone wants to know how you relate to him. If you are, then how are you? You need to prove it, this and that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, my first point, that was literally about 5 years of age. And obviously from then, you can imagine the man just became my hero.
That's
You know what I'm saying? Like
fire.
And I think the reason why I even wanted to do this pod, there was someone, he does some mentoring for me at Millwall with the scholars and that. And he asked me, who did you idol growing up? Who did you idolize? And I sat there and I was like, I paused and I was like, I want to say X, Y, and Z, but I can't not say Emil. That's what was in my head. I was like, I can't, because I know I idolized him. You see what I'm saying? Like, I loved Michael Owen, I loved R9, I loved, I even loved Stephen Ireland. I thought Stephen Ireland was sick, you know what I mean? But I thought I couldn't not say him. Like I said, I said, Em was the person I idolized. Like he was my guy, you know what I'm saying? So I thought to myself, you know what? I should really talk about journeys, about what it's like having a professional in your family and how it can affect the way you live. It can affect maybe opportunities you get, don't get, whatever. So yeah, that really got me thinking. I was like, you know what? This guy really played a massive role in what I was doing as a child growing up, especially obviously seeing him from he would have been 18, I would have been about 5-ish, whatever, and just seeing him grow in his journey through football. So yeah, man, that's pretty much where it started, man.
Okay, that's actually I'm actually interested. That's actually intrigued me because let's be honest. In school times, you didn't really want to tell people. That's my cousin. Let's be real. Let's be honest.
Swear that I don't even remember.
I remember like
bro.
yesterday. You're like,
Swear.
I remember when I clocked. So Heskey. Oh, much today. Oh, you remember him tell me Heskey, and then you say, yeah, cool. But you never really put it as a, like a big thing. You was always like, oh yeah, what do you play like? You always used to be like, you know what I'm saying?
Swear.
Yeah. Because I don't know, was there any point that you didn't really want to be like known as, oh, that's Heskey's cousin?
You know what? I think once we got to secondary school, that's when life really changed. Like, when I say life, I'm talking about my identity changed. I went through primary school just being Craig. You see what I'm saying? Walk into St. Bon's, obviously to give context, St. Bon's is an all-boys school. Everyone wants to kick football. You see what I'm saying? Football's what I wanted to do. Seen Emil do, I wanted to do the same thing. And I've gone from being Craig when I get to St. Bon's to Heskey. I was even thinking about it last night. I was asking myself, was teachers calling me that? Then I had to remember, Mr. Lee.
Yeah.
Mr. Lee used to call me HESKEY'S.
Yeah.
He used to call me HESKEY'S. I sat there, I was laughing. I was like, oh yeah, Mr. Lee used to fully call me HESKEY'S. And then we had obviously Mr. Templeman used to call me Heskey. And these are all obviously PE teachers, obviously. You see what I'm saying? So my identity completely switched. As you can imagine, obviously, like teachers were Liverpool fans. That sort of obviously played for England and everything else. So I have gone from just being Craig to Craig Heskey or Heskey, that part.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And I spoke about my dad a couple of months ago. My dad wasn't happy about it. My dad wasn't happy because I think, obviously now being an adult, I think for him it was, again, there's more to me than being a Heskey. I'm an individual, you know what I mean? And obviously everyone's calling me that based off of somebody else, not necessarily me. You see what I mean? And I remember I was in Ilford with him. This would have been year 8. We see one brother from school, so I won't mention our names because it's not a big deal anyway.
Yeah.
But he see me go, yeah, Heskey, what? Blah, 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 blah. My dad's like, why is he calling you that? Obviously, I know why. I already know why, innit? You see what I'm saying? Obviously, yeah, you said going through school, obviously, walking there, oh, you ready to Heskey? Oh, yeah, proof. I remember everything was proof. I think that's probably why, I actually didn't realise I didn't know I brushed it off,
you literally was like, you know what I'm saying?
You know what, that's probably why, because everyone's like, prove it. And then, even then, I mean, at that age, you don't mind proving it, because it is a niche thing. And I think for me, I then looked at it as, I've now become this person I'm affiliated to him and what he's doing. You know what I mean? Whatever he does is linked to me, even though it's not. Because I think him being obviously in Leicester and up that way, so Midlands, up north, all of that, as much as I have a connection with him, I don't. Because obviously I didn't know him like that then. I saw him at a couple of like big family events, but other than I didn't know him. He was just my hero the same way he was to anyone else. Like, I had posters in my bedroom of him and all of that sort of thing, because he was more my role model more than he was a cousin, family member that I sat down and spoke with, whatever. But yeah, no, there wasn't a point I would say that I didn't embrace it, because I definitely, I'll be real, it definitely gave me credibility in school. Like, I'm not an idiot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I became popular off of that. You know, back in school, you had to prove if you're a bad man. You need to prove that you're hard in order to be respected.
Checks, all that shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to prove you're a bad man to be hard and be respected and all of that.
Peer pressure was a bitch.
Trust. And I didn't need that. I didn't need to prove that I'm from Maryland, I do this, I'm on this. I didn't have to prove that, because I had another way of gaining credibility. Not that I wanted to. It's not like I've gone on my way to get it. It's just, well, just because of my name, it immediately became that. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, it was one of those things that I just went on with it. I just cracked on. I think it also helped shape who I wanted to be. Obviously, having my idea of what Emil was like as a person, who he is as a person, is what I was imagining at the time anyway. He's very humble, very collected, just get on with your stuff. You know what I mean? Obviously, respect everyone. I ain't got no beef with nobody. You know what I mean? And just crack on from there. You know what I'm saying? But no, there was definitely no point I felt, I don't even want to be affiliated like that, because it was just, you just crack on and get on with it, man.
That's I feel that. What one thing I realized, one thing I always want to ask you, how come you never? Was there any opportunity that you could have had when you were younger, growing up, to go higher because of the name?
Not because of the name. No, I think there is this misconstrued thing of because of my name, I can get X or I can get Y, and I work at such club now because of X, and it's not even that. Where I've got to now, I've done off my own back.
Oh yeah, I know that. Yeah,
that's me.
That's
But football wise, Emil offered to help at a couple of points. Even when I became,
How come that never materialized?
so obviously he's not going to remember this. My granddad put me in touch with him. This was when I was about 15, 16. Because my granddad knew I was pushing to be a footballer. I wanted to do it. I'm traveling all these places to kick ball. Like, no one could stop me from playing football, as you already know, innit? You know what I'm saying? And obviously he put Emil in touch with me. I think Emil might have been at Wigan, maybe at the time.
What year was it?
This would have been 06, 07, so it's probably like Wigan.
Yeah, Wigan, yeah.
That sort of period.
Wigan, yeah.
And yeah, so obviously I remember speaking to him on text, call, whatever, and then one time he's like, I'm going to phone you. And I was like, oh, he's going to phone me? Like, he's gone from being that person that knows my cousin, whatever, and now he's going to phone me. I'm as starstruck as someone who's a fan, you know what I'm saying? Because I've not had this direct dialogue, you know what I mean? And as soon as I picked up the phone to him, I heard him speak, I let you know that. Calm down. I was like, he's a human being, just like me. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, ever since then, we've been in touch. And I remember when it come to like my football stuff, I remember I talked to him about where I'm at and what I'm doing. He could have saw that trial to Leicester.
Oh, okay.
And as much as Emil's one of those, he can get things done, but he will need reminding. He's a busy guy, as you can imagine. He's got his own life going on. And he literally in motion of patterning it. I was hoping at the time it was Wigan. I heard a lot of rumours that Wigan's academy wasn't so great at the time or whatever. So I thought, that's where I want to go. You know what I mean? Because I felt that, I felt like I could want to make an impression. Because obviously I didn't rate myself highly as a player. I thought, I could play, but I thought Leicester was probably too much. And at the same time, because it being the hometown club, I immediately felt the pressure of, because I'm a Heskey, there's an expectation to perform.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
The name hold weights down there.
I think that's what really got to me, is that the name holds weight. But also at the same time,
didn't he just recently get some role or something like?
Yeah, he's no longer there at the moment. He was there. He was at Leicester. Originally as their ambassador for the women's team. Okay. Then went to do head of development for the women's team. But he's now dropped that, doing a couple of gigs and stuff now. I think it works out better for him in terms of time, being with his family and that sort of thing. But yeah, I remember I could have gone Leicester, and everyone was like, "Oh, why don't you take it?" And I was like, "Pressure." But that's me putting pressure on myself, by the way. This is not anyone else doing it. Like with my football, especially with whatever I've done off my own back. I've not had parents take me to games, come to a couple, but everything traveling, I've done all of that on my own. So when it comes to support mechanisms to making certain decisions, didn't have that. That was all on me. So whatever I'm feeling is whatever I'm going to run with. And because I felt like I couldn't handle the pressure of going to Leicester and potentially embarrassing myself, I kind of just shied away, just left it. Obviously continued playing football elsewhere, but I just left it as that. So that was the only time I could say I had a real opportunity. In fact, I know I had a funny opportunity actually when he was at Villa. I went to go and watch him play. Oh yeah. Alex McLeish was in charge. I think it might have been their last game of the season. No, I can't remember what game it was. Anyway, so I'm there with him. Alex McLeish is like, "Oh, who you here with?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm here with Emil." And he's like, "Okay, yeah. What's it called? Are you any better than him?" I said, "Yeah." So yeah, get me in now. He's like, "Oh yeah, cool, we'll get you in for pre-season." Cracking little joke. You know what I mean? And then obviously, I think it might have been maybe by the end of that season, he got sacked.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't think it was going to materialise anyway. Like, don't get. I was just running commentary. You know what I mean? Whatever. But that was a little funny one. Like, yeah, he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, are you any better?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm better than him." "Yeah, cool, get me in." Like, quick joke and that, whatever. And but yeah, I think other than that, nothing else. Emil's not the type of person I've wanted to just take from. If that makes sense. A lot of people would ask me dumb questions. "Oh, has he ever given you money? Have you ever asked him for this?" I'm like,
"Oh, nah, yeah."
That's not what my relationship with him. That's not what it's about. I don't. And that's one thing I respect about. I don't know if it was the John Obi Mikel thing when he done some sort of pod and he was talking about having family members and having to.
Yeah, I saw that one. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I look at him like, I didn't want that with Emil. That was never what. All I ever wanted with him was a relationship. That was it. You know what I mean? My granddad obviously hooked it up, and like I said, that would have been back in like 06. We're in 24 soon, and yet we're still in contact after all that time. And he come to see my granddad obviously just before he passed and that. And also I was living with my granddad before I cut my yard in Essex and that. And then my granddad's there. He's like, "Craigie, boy, me want to hear from Emil, you know. You miss him. Me not hear from him for a long time." I was like, it took the third time of him. You know how old people always go back over conversations. It took the third time for me to click in my head and say, "Hold on, why don't I just holler at this guy, tell him to phone him?" I was like, "Emil, look, I know Granddad wants to hear from you. Like, can you give him a call?" He said, "Yeah, drop me his number." Drop the number, he phones him up, says, your uncle, I'm going to come see you this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So I bring him up. Come see my granddad now. And my granddad said to us, he remembers when I was younger, obviously trying to do this football thing, and he told Emil to like look out for me, mentor, quote unquote. And he said, look at that, after all these years, here you are sitting here with me. I said, wow.
Crazy, isn't it?
My head dropped. I was like, oh, wow. He's right. Because I totally forgot that that's how it all started. I'm just obviously used to knowing that I'm in contact, like we're good in that, but that's where it all started. And here we were, we gave him this moment, and obviously ends up passing away. And I'm like, I'm so glad I gave him that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's seeing the two people that he brought together. I'm so glad I was able to give him that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like, the journey's been one of those things that it's been good at times and it's been hard. When it's been great, you can imagine when things are going well at Liverpool, whatever.
Yeah.
Everyone's your friend. Yeah. When things don't go so well.
I mean, I should ask my next question.
Go on.
How was it? How was the obviously we had banter at school, saying, Heskey, Mr. Penny, Heskey, but we never took it personal. As we were close friends, we never really took it personal.
Yeah.
How was it when Heskey, after, was it 2006 World Cup?
I think you're thinking of
or 2010.
Euro 2000.
Or 2010.
Oh,
Was it World Cup?
2010, or you're thinking of the Euros. Was the last one that he was at?
Yeah, the World Cup. After, because he got a lot of criticism, I think a lot of unwarranted criticism, to be honest.
Yeah, I remember.
Was there any pressure on yourself when you saw that, or was you more like, I'm gonna back my cousin there because I'm sick of hearing this shit.
I was probably one of those that backed him too hard.
Oh no!
I backed him too hard. Not because I'm not saying that in that situation it was warranted, unwarranted, whatever. But again, being my role model also meant I paid a lot of attention to his football. And I looked at it and I was like, anytime he got criticism, I used to take it to heart. Like it was me. And it took me a long time. I think it wasn't until I was about maybe 20, 23, 24, where I said, let that go. Because it isn't me.
So there was one point that everyone was aiming at giving Heskey the scapegoat treatment. And we're forgetting, we got one fucking world-class player in Rooney that did fuck all here, bruv. Fuck all, bruv.
That's another conversation.
What the fuck? We're supposed to super midfield or Gerrard and Lampard. Yeah. Fuck all, bruv.
I hear it.
Fuck all.
I don't know if it was so bad once. There's one brother I knew when I was at uni in Gloucester. Obviously, like, passing conversation in parties, whatever, cool. Obviously, my boys, Peter and JP, knew him. And I know one of the World Cup games, I can't remember exactly which one it was. Might have been the USA one, the opening day.
Oh, yeah.
And obviously he missed that chance. And then he was...
But did he want to set up the first goal?
Set up the first goal, yeah. And I remember they said, I'm not going to lie, like, my man said something about your cousin on Facebook, innit? Bruv, I added him, bruv. And I was like, are you being fucking for real? You know that one? I'm like, are you being serious, bruv? Like, we both watched the same game and this is what you're focusing on, just this part.
Wait, so what was he saying?
I think he's trying to say, hey, he's a better footballer than Heskey and now, whatever.
Oh my goodness.
Like, he's talking about the game, but the only highlight for him was the fact that obviously he had that chance and didn't score. I'm like, are you for real, bruv? I'm like, I literally added him just to have a conversation about that.
This is why we just got to learn. You just can't take notice of highlights.
No, it's true.
It's highlight. If there's one thing that I just can't stand with football conversations now, is I've actually, working with yourself, obviously taking knowledge of yourself, all that stuff, not pause. But yeah, I've realized sometimes a friendly, a normal conversation of football with people who know football and people who just watch it, it's totally two different conversations. And when I started working in football more in detail, and you're talking with people about them little detail mechanisms of the game, and then you come to this standard of football where they think, I could be better than Heskey or Bettner because I could do that. I'm like, brother, shut the fuck up, man. We don't want to hear that shit. You don't know ball. You've never seen the bit of ball. If you went from here to the halfway line of Upton Park, you probably blow out of steam right now. So let's just stop that.
100%, brother.
It burns my soul.
100%.
And you see the Twitter. I used to buy a lot with this. We used to buy a lot of them Twitter ones.
I remember there's that one parody account of him once. Getting onto him, bro. Like, what are you doing? Like, you're not him. I used to be active, but like I said, it took me a long time to say, you know what? Let people live, man. Let them do their thing. It's not affecting his life.
I'm just now starting to get to that. I'm just getting to that moment.
Like, some people are just gonna chat their shit, bro. So you know what I'm saying? Let them. You know what I'm saying? it took me a long time to just say, let those sort of criticisms go, because it's like, one, again, it's not aimed at me.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you read it in papers and stuff. You see Heskey, and all of a sudden, it's like you take it as even though you know it's not you, because the affiliate, the name's theirs. That's my name I'm seeing on a spread, and even though I know it ain't aimed at me, and it's obviously sometimes, as you can imagine, it isn't nice to take. And it's funny again, a couple months ago, because obviously I went to go watch Emile's boys play at Man City, and I remember one of them calling him Hesk or Heskey, and I was like, yo, I was like, I've been called that my entire life. Yeah. So just to hear it again, I'm like, oh snap! I was gassed. I was like, that is so dope. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Heskey, say it. I'm just like, that is so sick. But then at the same time, I was telling my dad that, and then even he was saying, similar to what you asked, there's been times that being a Heskey hasn't been nice. I'm like,
yeah,
even for you. Because not obviously my dad watches football. Difference is that because I was playing it, I'm actively involved in all of that shit. So I was like, really? Like, he goes, yeah, I think he was referring to the Euro 2004, I think it was. Something had happened, and I think one of his work colleagues tried to get in his face. Oh, that fucking cousin of yours, this time. My dad's like, hey. He said, behave yourself, bruv.
Excuse me?
Yeah, 100%. Because they can't get at him, it was a way of deflecting. If I chuck it at you, I'm getting at him kind of thing. And my dad had to give him the finger, hey, behave yourself, bruv.
For real,
tell him
man.
straight, like,
for real,
pipe
man.
down, you know what I'm saying? Like,
don't think I want to lose my job for this, you know?
You know what I'm saying? My dad just goes to work, he's doing his
thing.
thing.
Draw him like that?
Yeah, he's right. But people do that. I can imagine people do that, bro.
Nah.
Like, you get them, people are just so excited, like, oh, you hate it, you're Heskey, or whoever, not even just him, it could be anyone. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, because they know you're affiliated, it's a way of getting at him and knowing that you can spread what you're saying, and it's whatever.
Nah, man, I can't lie. You're just lucky you're more composed than I am. If I was a Heskey and someone said that
to be honest with you, bro, my dad's got that stern face, fam. So I know that once my dad dropped them bars to that man, I know my man had to pipe down, bro. He knew he had to shut up, because my dad's, you don't get on the wrong side of my dad, bro. Especially when you're bringing stuff to him that's actually got nothing to do with him.
Sure, I was so needed though. Like,
you get fans like that though. Oh yeah, let me get at your brother, or let me get at your cousin, or whoever.
Was this one of your friends, or just a work colleague?
No, it's work colleague. So obviously, you probably would have spoke here and there and whatever.
So one of them work colleagues, I thought they were comfortable with him.
Probably felt comfortable enough to say, yeah, let me get at your cousin for missing whatever, or for giving a foul, or whatever.
Don't ever let work colleagues be comfortable with you, man. They try to take the piss, man. Don't do that. Don't be them guys, man.
But trust me. And obviously, even one of the things I said I was most proud of, especially when it comes to like his journey, is that the fact I put myself out to go and watch him play. I thought that was big for me. You know what I mean? Because I saw it from a point of view of when you look at the stats of the top 10 Premier League appearances in ever, he's in the top 10. That's an incredible achievement, no matter who you are.
Of course.
And just to think of someone that played 516 games in the Prem, I can't imagine if you played that many games and I didn't go. Like, I know there's loads of family members that's never seen him play. That is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not by force. You see what I'm saying? But it's
hard to get a Premier League ticket, man. I'll say it right now. Hard.
Yeah, it is though.
Hard.
516? Could have got to one.
Of course.
You could have got to one.
I thought you.
There's one.
I definitely
at 516.
I definitely.
You see what I'm saying?
There's one thing I will thought you can go to a football game. You can definitely go to a football game.
There's always a way. If you wanted to make effort, even with him, if you spoke to him directly, I want to come watch you play, but he would pattern something if you can't get enough. That's the kind of guy that he is. You see what I'm saying?
Have you ever played Emile on the one-on-one? But
I tell you what, that was always my dream to play. I don't know whether against or same team. I don't think I would care. But if I played against or with him, so yeah, that's a dream. I always said that was one of my dreams. Like, you can imagine being a kid thinking, can you imagine gracing the same pitch? You know what I mean? And how dope that would be. You know what I'm saying? So I've always said no, that was probably what my dream as a kid. Like, I'd love to have played one game with him, whether it's.
I would have been sick, man. I would like to see that and then you'd be like, wax, hey, bruv. Bruv, I thought I was hedged by my cousin's hedged. I thought, yeah, let's go 50-50. Oh shit. I keep forgetting this guy, the body John Terry shit.
Trust. But yeah, man, I think that's one of the things I said I was proud of. Like, I've been to a couple of his games. I think the first one I went to, it was Villa versus Liverpool, last game of the season. Gerard Houlier's year.
That way you went with my man? That way went with my man?
Yeah, my brother, yeah. And obviously I got to a player's lounge after the game, but he didn't play in that game.
Oh, okay.
So the first thing he asked me was, how did you find it? I said, I wanted to watch you. Because that's effectively, obviously, everyone knows I'm a Villa fan now, but obviously was there for him. Like that was my opportunity, my first opportunity. Like,
I just feel like you. I feel like you're a fan of every football team you went to, and you just told
100%.
the team was stuck. You're Liverpool at one point. I remember you're Liverpool at one point. We didn't really care about Liverpool.
All right,
we
so
didn't care.
there's context to that.
Yeah.
So obviously, my dad's a Liverpool fan. Grew
Yeah.
up a Liverpool fan. My mum and dad split when I was in primary school. So this is where the don't care came from.
Okay.
I realized I wasn't supporting them because I liked them. It was because you have to.
Yeah,
That's your team,
bro, I've been trying to say, yeah, you be like,
Just didn't care.
bro, Bob.
I mean, and then obviously once I realized within myself, I think especially when I started playing football a lot,
Yeah.
when I started realizing myself that that's not my team, that's not my identity. So it's whatever Emil won, I just followed.
Bro, you went mad extra hardcore for Wigan. I'm like, bro, but he was Wigan now. You was like, yeah, bro. You see Wigan, you see my man Valencia. I'm like, what?
Hey, you can have a dig at me, but you can't talk, boy.
Hey, look, like, shut up.
You can't talk, boy. You can dig at me now. You can't talk.
What, my mini meltdown?
Crisis during lockdown, boy.
No. Football, Arsenal lockdown. No, Arsenal during, it was from 2017 to 2020. It wasn't the football you wanted to see, man.
You had a crisis.
Yeah, bro.
You had a real crisis back then.
You gotta remember, man, I saw everything back in the day. Come on, man. I was here at one point. And you dropped down there. It's like, yeah, man. Sheffield United might be a pinnacle right there.
Red flag. But yeah, like I say, we've like, I had no identity. So wherever we went, I thought, cool, wherever you go, I'm supporting you. Like,
you was like Leighton Baines. Yeah, you was giving Leighton Baines, like Leighton Baines.
Leighton Baines was good though.
Yeah, he was.
He was good, especially during that period. He was good. But once he got to Villa, obviously that's when I first went to my first Premier League game.
I still remember the time when you survived. You was like, yeah, fucking get it.
That's my team, bro. I was there with them in the championship, bro. I got championship shirts in my crib.
You went
You
extra.
get me? That's my team, brother.
Yeah, and then when Villa came, I think that just made it stick. Like,
No, that's what
you know
it was.
You saw the players like, oh, she young, okay. Carew, get back. Hey, yo, I might be a Villa now, you know. Yeah.
It's once I went to go and watch them play, that's when I was like, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That's my first ever game. We're talking, I was how old? 20?
Wait, you never been to a Premier League game then? Before that?
Where was I going to go?
Shit.
I don't support no one. Where am I going?
Shit. Oh, you haven't even been to Upton Park?
What am I going to Upton Park for?
Oh, fair dues.
So, look, I went to Upton Park once, but I was to watch Grays. Grays had the FA Trophy final there. That's the only time I ever went there.
Shit, that was actually your first game?
That was my first. Oh, no. My first ever game was watching Leighton Orient. Yeah, my first ever game, I went to watch Leighton Orient.
You're a Football League merchant, man.
Yeah, I think it was League 2 at the time.
Yeah.
Them times there. But yeah, that was the first time. But yeah, Prem would have been Villa. And that's when I was like,
Damn, I didn't know it was your first Prem
Prem
game.
Yeah, that's my first
That
Prem
is
game.
crazy.
So when you're soaking up atmospheres and stuff, I'm like, yeah, this is dope. So I'll go there. I'm like, this place. Like,
I thought you were used to it. I'm like, oh, you probably been there before. Like, not been there, but been in a full crowded picture. I'm like,
no.
so that's actually shocking to me. I didn't know that was your first game.
Yeah, that's my first proper game. We're talking there, not full capacity, but big crowds. Yeah, that's the first game. That was the first one. Took a long time, but
Sick.
you know what I mean. But again, I'm glad it was him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's my first one. It was him. Person I've idolized, been my role model, been my hero without even asking to be or wanting to be. I'm glad I went to go and see you first. You know what I'm saying? So when I eventually got to see him on the field, like eventually see him play, I can't remember who he might have been. Fulham. No, it wasn't Fulham. No. It was under Alex McLeish. I can't remember who it was. It might have been Liverpool, actually. I was like, I see him on the field. I'm like, this is dope. Like, it was a bit surreal. I said, now I'm actually seeing you. Rather than watching on TV as I usually do, I'm seeing you live. You see what I'm saying? And that was like a big moment for me. And I'm just glad that I stuck my neck out to go and do it. You know what I mean? Take the trips out to Birmingham, go and watch the games, whatever. But yeah, that played a massive role, man. Played a massive role.
That's fire. I did not know that was your first game. Bro.
Yeah, first game, bro. That was my very, very first game. Villa won that game as well. I remember it was 1-0. Yeah, that was my very first game, man. But it's crazy because, again, even when I look at all of his appearances, right, in the Premier League, in the top 60, guess how many are still playing within the top 60?
Top 60?
Yep. So top 60, you're thinking that's a lot of players. So who in the top 60 right now are still actively playing in the Premier League? Yeah.
Top 60 appearances, right?
Huh? Top 60 appearances, yes. Right now, 3 of them are still playing. In the Prem.
In the Prem. No, I'm just going to set up. He's probably not top, but I'm going to say Johnny Evans.
He's not in there.
I thought so. All right, cool. Now you got to let me think now. Fuck. Okay.
You got to think of the old guys first,
man. I'm trying to think right now,
I
man.
thought he was a football guy, bro.
Oh, my God.
I thought he was a football guy. I can't believe
Trying
it.
to draw me out now. Okay, cool. Oh shit. I hate the other spot ones. I know it's in the back of my head. You said old football guys, yeah?
So, top 60 appearances across the Premier League ever.
Yeah.
3 of them are still playing. Who are they?
3 of them are still playing.
Yes. It's in the top 60. This is a stinker.
What? No, okay, I can get one.
This is a stinker.
Kyle Walker.
Fun enough, he's in it, but he's the bottom of the 3.
Alright,
There's
cool.
2 above him.
Alright,
That's a
two
good
above
one, to be fair. I'm surprised you came up with that one.
him. Yeah, that one. I'm thinking of the ones that are old, but they're still good.
Don't have to be good. They're still playing.
Still playing. Alright, cool. Seamus Coleman.
Oh, I might have missed his name. He must be in there. He has to be in there. No, he has to be in there. Yeah. So I definitely skipped over his name. He has to be in there.
The last one.
Oh, there's still 2 more.
2 more. Seamus Coleman was tired. Has he retired?
No, he's still playing.
I'm putting Seamus Coleman in there. No, I think he's left.
How is it taking you this long, brother?
Because if it's on the spot, I think a lot of names and then
No, I'll give you 10 more seconds because obviously people are watching, bro.
All right, cool. You might as well just give it to me, man. I'm gonna kick myself when I get this.
Ashley Young.
Fucking cunt. I don't get that one.
This one is an even bigger stinker.
Oh my god.
James Milner.
Jesus Christ.
Give me a break.
Oh my god.
That is a stinker.
Oh, James Milner. Those 2 Villa players. I just realised.
True. Although they're not representing Villa right now, but true. But yeah, obviously putting Seamus Coleman in the mix. 4 of them are within the top 60. Still playing.
That's
60 still. I think 60 is quite a high number.
No, very, very high.
I think it's a very high number. We've only got 4. You know what I mean? And when I'm looking at these appearances, I'm like, you know what? We're not going to see those sort of numbers again.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Because players are breaking through a lot later now.
Hold on. You sure about that?
What? I'm talking top 10s. You're talking 500 plus.
Yeah. Why not? The technology for people to actually have better bodies now, or even to look after that. People are more aware of looking after their bodies better. I think we could have more people trying to be vets more than ever.
But it all comes down to mindset, though.
Because who's everyone's GOAT right now? It's not our GOAT. Everyone's GOAT right now is Ronaldo or Messi.
Yeah.
And they'll see, they've been Messi. Ronaldo's playing till 30. I'm going to play till that.
But look at what he's doing to stay in shape. Not everybody wants to do that. Some people want to take their accolades by 33 and call it a day, like most of them do.
That's true.
I mean, he was firing shots at Rooney because I'm still playing and he ain't. Like, because you look at James Milner, his discipline is nuts.
Oh, yeah, discipline's crazy.
Not everyone wants to do that.
Discipline's crazy.
Not everybody wants to, especially, again, playing at the top level too. Like, you're trying to say you're going to stay at the top of your game until you're 30 years old, which is not impossible. But there's such a serious level of discipline. Not many players have that. You know what I mean? Which is why I'm looking at them. I'm like, I don't think no one's going to break them.
You don't think so?
I'm not saying no one, but you're not going to see a lot of the new players that are coming through in the mix in the top 10s. You're not seeing it. You know what I'm saying? Simply because obviously those guys broke through a lot earlier. And obviously their opportunity for them to get into first team was a lot, I don't want to say easier, but it was a smoother route.
They've been through that. They've been through that route of football, and they've actually survived and adapted in the age where we change. We've seen the change. Let's go football. Remember, we saw it. We had the early form of 4-3-3, which everyone thought was just free flowing football. Then that came Bridgman. Then we've seen that everyone doing 5 at the back now, but in their own way. Like, it's okay, my full backs has to be up there or something. Now everyone's doing all this. Everyone has to play in the back. Now no one wants to go long ball no more. Remember the Stoke era? The Stoke era was crazy. Crazy.
Yeah, for real.
That Stoke era was crazy, man. Imagine Heskey played for Stoke. No, but I'll be real. Do you imagine Heskey played for Stoke?
Sometimes I even
he will be an urban legend.
Sometimes I even think, imagine him, or not even just him, a couple players from his generation playing now in this free-flowing era.
I was going to say that, Heskey, if someone who was actually ballsy enough to play 4-4-2 in this age of football, and say, Heskey, just drop a bit down for me, win headers, or...
Don't think you can do in a 4-3-3?
Huh?
Just having 2 wider forwards closer.
Perfect, because you don't need to be scoring goals these days. It's true.
Just there you go, you two go and
The
score.
the pain you have, the amount mental force you need before you know your body's gonna be in pain after the game is crazy. We face bruises, and after the game you don't want to leave that change room for half an hour or another hour or two because I am battered. Imagine Heskey going against who's Tyler Mings. Oh God, Jesus. Oh Jesus Christ, bruv. My Tyler Mings will drive some shit out to him. Heskey like,
Russian man aside, bro.
Or Heskey versus who's Chelsea defender these days? Oh Jesus Christ, Thiago Silva. I feel sorry for him, bro.
Well, I feel sorry for him now.
Yeah, now
age-wise,
yeah.
But
Worn down Thiago Silva.
In his prime, you'd hold his own.
Heskey versus Maguire. Jesus Christ, you're getting curtains, mate.
Give me a break.
Yeah, exactly. Even though Maguire is actually really underrated headers, Heskey like, yeah, you may get.
But actually, that's one of his attributes that I think that's very undersold. Not underrated, undersold. I remember doing a piece of coursework for my A-level coursework and that for PE. And it's the only time I ever got A in my life. When I say I smashed this work, if Mr. Templeman is watching, there's no way he's going to tell me he's seen a better coursework since then. Because even then he said to me, that's the best coursework he's ever seen. Because I went ham. But part of it was about improving your own skills, skill sets, finding weaknesses, whatever. One of mine was heading. Like, mostly psychological rather than can't head the ball. So I done a little mini interview with Emile and just spoke to him about, do you ever do extras in training, working in your headers and stuff? He's like, nah, it's just whatever. He just gets on with it, innit? And then, because one of the skills I thought that's very, very undersold for him and underrated in terms of people that can do it well is flick-ons.
Oh yeah, he's perfect.
You have to watch a goalkeeper take a goal kick. You have to judge the flight of the ball. You have to marshal the defender that's behind you, that's trying to put you off balance. You've got to get your head to the ball, make contact, but flick it beyond you.
That's a crazy.
When you think about all those variables, that's a mad piece of skill.
That's a mad technique to learn.
And then, because you look from the flip side, you're a defender. All you got to do is what? Just get your head on the ball.
Hello.
Contact. You just want contact, and it obviously goes that direction. Just get your forehead on it, get contact. Where it goes next, we can deal with afterwards. But initially, is get the contact. This one is don't just get contact. You've got to send it. It's got to go that way.
Yeah.
You can't head it back where it came from. You see what I'm saying?
You gotta sacrifice the part where you think, oh, I might get a bruise on here, and then you literally.
You have to literally be afraid of not getting hit.
Yeah.
You're gonna get hit.
Literally, you're gonna get hit.
And because your back is to it, I always say this as a striker myself, is one of the most scariest parts is not knowing where that contact is coming from.
True.
You can't, no eyes at the back of your head. You don't know where this guy's standing, where he's going to put his elbow. You don't know where it's coming from, but you just got to focus on making contact. You see what I'm saying? Obviously, as a defender, you know to tense yourself up a bit when you're going for a tackle. You know, give it 10, then hit someone. When your back is to it, you can't see it, bruv.
Am I tense?
I'm just saying, when you're going into a tackle, you know not to go in there like a pussy.
Oh, yeah, but I don't really tense. That just comes natural to me.
That's what I'm saying. It's natural. But when I say tense, but obviously, you know, subconsciously, you're going to tense up the muscles because you know you're going to go hard right now. You're going to bang. You see what I'm saying? Whereas if you don't know it's coming, everything's loose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everything's loose. You know what I'm saying?
Everything gone, bro.
And then you just don't know where it's coming from. And I always said that's one skill I've always said that is very undersold when it comes to, because that's a serious skill.
Oh, yeah.
And as you mentioned about John Terry's, he was beating the likes of the John Terry's, the Ferdinands, those guys in the air. And I'm like, these are some of the best headers that England have got, and you're able to flick, which is a serious. I
still remember that 4-4 game in Chelsea. He had John Terry in his pocket. John Terry was crying, bro. He was crying, bro. He was just dying for help, bro. The Heskey, every ball.
Why not? He scored in that game.
Head up. Literally slam dunk the guy. Like, guys on the floor, bro.
That's one of his skills, and I think for me, especially as I got maybe a bit older, I started to try and base my game similar to his. Where was the right thing or wrong thing? Who was whatever in it? I think as I got older now, I'm thinking I don't want to run as much as I used to, so I'll go and take that route. But when I was younger, when I had obviously legs, I was obviously still trying to play a bit of the hold up, trying to run in behind at times, whatever. But again, that became my identity when it didn't need to be. Could have just focused on what I'm good and just go. That's it. Have idols, pick up little things from other people's games, not necessarily just one person's game.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I think that's one thing I could say I maybe did wrong, especially by the time I got to about 16, 17, 18. That's when I started to really think about my game and what I can do. And that's when I started playing at certain, like Eastern Junior Alliance, which was the highest football you could play outside of academy. So
that's true.
That's when I started to really think, okay, what do I want to be? And my managers want me to be a certain way without even understanding it. They wanted me to run channels and they wanted me to hold up the ball, which I was never doing as a kid.
You got to remember Echo League. You thought Echo League was just play about football. You now think about it. Now we were literally being through circuits where we coached and played. Thinking, shit, we really didn't learn anything back then. Until you actually went to a serious team and you're seeing, we're hearing words like, all right, hard invert or underlap. I'm like, what?
We didn't learn nothing.
What?
I actually remember one of my coaches, Sherwin. I remember when he saw me, maybe
Bonjour.
Yeah.
Oh,
he was my first ever coach.
Oh, shit.
First ever coach. I didn't start kicking football till year 7?
Yeah.
So school game was my first ever game. Never played in the game. Never had a training session. Managed to score twice against Rokeby. Done now.
The old rivalry.
But yeah, then obviously I went to go and join Sherwin's team, and by the time I turned about 22, 23, he actually said to me, I'm actually surprised you got as good as you did. Because from what you saw when I was 11, couldn't see it.
You're a beginner.
All I could do is kick and run.
That's it, man. You're a beginner. Like, you're literally in the pinnacle of beginner football.
All I could do, but as you said, didn't learn nothing.
Exactly.
I was just doing that. That's all I could do. I mean, I remember being at Grays, played up front, bagged a lot of goals, player of the year, top goal scorer in the league, all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it's when I got to, when I got to play Eastern Junior Alliance with Farrak, that's when I was like, okay, these guys want me to play a certain way. They want me to run the channel. And because now, especially when I coach now, I'm always if I'm telling someone to do something, I'm trying to show them why. If you do this, this is the reward. Do you see what I'm saying? Because I'm being told to run channels and hold the ball up, and I don't understand why I'm fucking doing it.
Yeah,
You're just telling me to do it, and I don't enjoy doing it.
I tell you, man. Like, I remember the first time someone told me, I was at Ilford, someone told me to stand up. What? I didn't. You know when people say stand up, so I literally I didn't move. I just did like this.
But that was your understanding of it.
That was my understanding. Like, what?
You just told me to stand up. I mean, that's what I did.
Attack on the ball. Stand up. What you want to fucking do, bro?
That's the thing, though. Yeah, I'm saying, like, you have to explain to people why they have to do stuff. Now I'm an adult, I can look back and say, oh, that's where you wanted me to do it.
Yeah.
But as a 17-year-old, if you're not explaining to me why you need me to run that channel, why you need me to hold the ball up, I mean, I'm gonna try and do it, but I don't understand why I'm doing it.
Bro,
I don't see what
every time me
purpose
and
it
you
brings.
playing, and then you told me stand up. I don't know what you're telling me to. Bro. I was like, bro, what the fuck?
What do you mean?
That's why when that Cleaser was like, I told you stand up. I don't know what it means. And I had to literally learn. When I learned the first time stand up, I think it's when I first joined Gears. You in Gears. And then
it makes sense because you tried to stand up and you still swipe.
Yeah, exactly. So now I'm hearing them when kids doing training, you and kid did training, it was like, oh, that's what they meant. I'm just thinking, oh, you want me to chuck in the ball? Oh. So I'm just like, okay.
In fact, that's exactly it was.
So I'm just literally like, it took me, how old was I, 24, 25?
Yeah, what about call it 23.
And to imagine, I got converted as defender in my early teens, well, late teens. So I was literally, coaches were telling me, oh, you can tackle and that, but you can't. I'm thinking to myself, I don't even know what they're talking about.
No idea.
So I'm thinking, everyone telling me the same thing. What are you talking about? So I see it trading. I'm like,
see, the difference is though, you were told to do something, but also it was demonstrated, so you saw it.
Yeah.
Whereas before, you were just told to do something, and again,
like,
you don't know why. You don't know why you have to do it, and on top of that, you don't know what that actually looks like.
Yeah,
because it's not been explained to you.
Exactly. Like, you got all the guys laughing at me. I'm like, bro, you forget I was a striker. I got converted to a centre back. No reason. And
then again, so obviously your perception of a defender is just tackle the guy.
Yeah, I'm
tackle him.
Battering, bro. Literally my first training session. But that's why I love Colotore.
That
was my first training session.
That was your uncle.
Centre back, yeah, cool. I'm just
that was your idea of a centre back, is I need to tackle. Defenders tackle. Bang, tackle. That's it.
So my tackle was always decent. Positioning and the way I used to like be aware around the pitch was always question mark. So I thought that's why I always think, if you knew what back then the game, would you feel like you'd be more higher?
I think it's the same with me, same with everyone really. But I think the one thing I think I needed in order to achieve more, don't get me wrong, I am very proud of what I've achieved, because I've had to look back and think, hold on, you done everything by yourself. You took yourself to let's say 98% of my games, let's just call it up to 21, because by 21, you're clear, you're doing your thing. 98% of my games, no, 99% of my games, I taught myself. It was all me. Didn't need motivation from parents. I just need my parents to help me make sure I've got my equipment, so I have boots and stuff. Didn't have to make sure my clothes is washed. The rest is down to me. I'm getting to football. I'm going there. Nothing was ever getting in the way. I think what I needed was support. I needed an older head to tell me, do this, don't do that. That's not a good decision, don't do that. Not necessarily about the football stuff. They don't have to necessarily get involved in the actual playing and what I'm doing. They can do, because again, if I had that, that could have been different. You have a parent or uncle, whoever, that is looking at your game, critiquing it and getting you to work on aspects. I'm only working on what I think I need to work on. There's one thing my mum remembers. There was a time where I played for Grays. I've been under 15s. Must have missed a couple of chances in that game. I was used to scoring all the time. I literally went to the little park outside my mum's crib, took a ball, I come in the yard straight away, picked up the ball, going outside. She goes, "Oh, where you going?" I said, "I'm going outside to play football." She's like, "No." I said, I told her, I have to. And this is one thing my mum doesn't remember a lot, but she remembers that. I said, I know I have to go down there right now, because I needed to prove to myself. I saw today happen. I'm like, oh my God, I didn't score. You see what I'm saying? And I've gone out there just working on my shooting to the point where I was satisfied, then came back in. But that's where I needed an older head to just keep me level-headed. Let me know that bad games happen. They happen. You cannot be perfect every game.
Of course.
And, I mean, look at that. I went to go and play for Antigua. Off my own back. People are going to think you're a Heskey, so that's probably why you got it. And this. No. In fact, the way I got it was fucking luck. I'll tell you exactly how I got it. We had a sixth form Catholic Cup final game. Yeah. Shout out to St. Bon's, because they've not won the cup since. Spoke to Mr. Templeman the other day. They've not won the cup since we won it that year. You know what I'm saying? And I remember I was at Walthamstow Central, bumping into one guy. MySpace times.
Oh, yeah.
And he goes, "Oh, you're Craig Heskey?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Oh, I run the Antigua Worldwide MySpace." And I was like, "Oh, shit, yeah, what you saying, blah, blah." He goes, "What, would you ever play for Antigua?" Hell yeah. Of course, man. Of course. That's a cap. I said, bring me in. Do you see what I'm saying? So they came for a camp in Ipswich. Did that. I can't remember exactly when that was. I don't think I had to miss school for it. It must have been during the summer, or I don't know when it was. But yeah, I went to go and do that. Amazing experience. Trained at Ipswich training ground. First time being at pro training ground. Life of a footballer. That's what I was living at that time. You know what I'm saying? Played a couple of games. Signing football, signing shirts. It was amazing. Didn't get picked for the senior side. They said I wasn't physically ready, which, again, looking back, I probably wasn't. You know what I mean, as much as I was going gym with no purpose. It was just, even then I wasn't.
So when you said the hurt stage, you thinking physically?
Nah, but sure. I actually watched a video about maybe like a month ago. I look at him and say, yeah, like, it's thin. As much as obviously when you're a kid, your perception of what big is to another, you know what I'm saying? So I looked at the video, I was like, yeah, you know, I would have got bullied the fuck out of. Aggression might have got me somewhere, but yeah, I could have got bullied. What, against these fresh Caribbean, man? Yeah, they would have finished me, bruv. You know what I'm saying? But obviously I ended up going and play for the under-20s. I had to get myself out of school for that. I had to write a letter to the sixth form head because they weren't going to let me go. And I said, I remember going to Mr. Templeman, and I said, I'm going. Like, I remember I was pestering the federation, Antigua Football Association, I bombarded them with emails.
You think some bonds be like, oh, wait, you got what?
But at the same time, remember how strict it was for us, though.
But you think a person who kept going on about the Jermaine Defoe is fucking winning goal every 2 minutes will be like...
Flip side, that's England. Maybe because Antigua's down there, small fry. You know what I'm saying? If it's England or France or something, I reckon, there would have been a difference in attitude. But I knew what St. Bonds was like. St. Bonds wouldn't even let us to go and do anything. So I knew that I was going to get a no for that. So I had to write a letter to her. And they also said I needed to be 3 weeks ahead of everybody in terms of work. I said, yeah? Okay. No problem. That's the hardest I worked in my entire life when it comes to education. Because there was no way I wasn't getting on that plane, bruv. Sure. I remember pestering all my teachers saying I need work. So I can imagine when I'm teaching now, I'm only going a week at a time. I'm not thinking 3 weeks away, brother. You see what I'm saying?
You imagine teachers, you would be like, for fuck's sake, who came up with that idea?
If a kid came and did that to me now, I'd be scrambling. Yeah,
exactly. Bro. I'm like, what?
I would be scrambling. I work a week at a time, bruv. I don't know what's happening in 3 weeks' time, brother. You see what I'm saying? But I pest, I said, I need that work. because I'm going, bro. Like, I knew I was going.
Temperament stuck it
obviously-
on it. Everyone like, okay, you gotta give me hustle. Everyone's gonna get hustle.
That's why, especially when I work with college kids that do college programs and that, and I always tell them, you never loved the game as much as I did.
Yeah,
So
true.
there's no way.
Yeah,
Because
true.
no college work is going to stop me from getting to ball.
True.
You're not going to
True.
stop me. You want me to do it. This is my punishment to do the work. Fine. No problem. I'll get it done because I have to go.
So if you
And
went
Huh?
to Antigua
Yeah.
and you could say, yeah, you just made a lie at me, but you went and you did your thing, what would happen to you?
I don't think I would have cared. They wouldn't have kicked me out. Obviously, as a kid,
Yeah.
you might have thought of that.
Yeah.
They weren't going to kick me out. And when you know about what we know about education,
Yeah.
they're not going to kick me out for that. You know what I mean? But obviously, I was gone for, I think, 9 school days. I think I was gone for.
Oh, okay.
So I wasn't even gone for 3 weeks. Actually, no. Sorry, I was gone 9 days in total,
So it's 1 week and 2 days.
basically.
Yeah.
So effectively, I probably missed about
Yeah, so it's nearly 2 weeks, basically. Because 5
9
days,
days.
9 days, 4 days.
Yes.
Yeah.
I reckon I missed about maybe 6 to 7 school days is what I missed. So in fact, I didn't need to be 3 weeks ahead. Really.
Exactly.
I only need to
They
be a
were
week
just
ahead.
big bastards, man.
But I don't care. In the words of Mr. Recon, I don't care. Trust, I was doing that
Because-
work, cuz.
I'm thinking to myself, hold on. It's just the main factor. You pride yourself on, say, look at these students, look at what they're doing for the school. And then,
Yeah. But you know what? But
you're
it's
making
different
me
now,
go
though.
through
We're looking back at
runaround.
08, though. That's 2008, 2007, 2008. Now it's very different. Now those things, like, I saw Mr. Thompson maybe like 6 months ago, and there's another kid going through the same situation. Can't remember exactly what Caribbean island he was from. Yeah, so he was asking me how did I get my passport and all that sort of stuff. Obviously, they're a lot more open to it because one, they've had someone do it before, and two, as you said, it's great fucking, that's fantastic. You see what I'm saying? But funnily enough, I don't think it was ever praised within my own family. It was actually never a big deal. I think mum's side of the family a little bit, like mum was, but overall, it was never a big deal. And funnily enough, there was actually only one person who really asked, how was it? It was Emil.
Wow.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
He was the Iron about come back. Yeah, just come back from international duty. He asked me, how did it go? And I'm like, no one else has actually asked me, how the fuck was that experience? Like
Do you think because of the status of the country's football, or
that, and because we had someone playing for England already.
yeah?
You see what I'm saying? So I would have gone in 2008. He would have just got back in the England side.
Mm.
So England.
Mm.
That's what I think got downplayed. I think if Emil never had a career, say for instance he did something else with his life, that would have probably been a bit different
Mm.
in terms of how it was seen. But yeah, I definitely feel like because it's Antigua not very good. Emil plays for England. Well, not everybody fucking can. You know what I'm saying? Like I always say to people, if you can go and play international football, go and play. Like not everybody can. I know that I've done something. There's some Antiguan born bred on the island dream of doing, and I got an opportunity to do it. You know what I'm saying? I got the opportunity to represent, arm on chest, sing the national anthem, and actually represent a nation. That's a mad thing. How big, how small, that is cold. You see what I'm saying? Like World Cup qualifiers, I can say I've played in that. I've represented in that. You know what I mean? But yeah, I always felt that, obviously, like my I don't even like calling it a career, but I guess my football journey has always been downplayed based off of what Emil's done, which is fine. Like he's at the top of the top. You know what I mean? But we can't all do it.
Of course.
We can't all do it. Not there's kids in these academies, as we know. You're not gonna be able to do it. You know what I mean? It's whatever. Do you see what I'm saying? So yeah, it's just one of them things, man. We just learn to just get on with it, man. You know what I'm saying?
Before you go, I got one question. One last question. I thought about this last night. I was like, if you ever have to work a gig and it has to be coaching, would you want to do the same gig with Emil? Like coach with him? Manage with him? If there's an opportunity. If there was an opportunity in that.
If he was into coaching, into management, would I want to? Probably management. I don't really see myself as a coach. I mean, I can coach. And I know I'd have to if I wanted to be a manager, but I see myself more of a manager than I am a coach. I'm better at getting a result than I am at developing a group of people, I'd say. I might be within a group of 16 players, I might develop 4. But I know if I need to get a result, I am miles better at that. You know what I mean? So probably management. But I mean, that's what I'd want to go anyway.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Whether it doesn't have to be Emil, but just in general, management is what I'd want to do.
No, I was just saying because you say he's your hero.
Yeah. So are you
yeah,
talking from an element of being able to work with him?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Just looking at it from a point of view of, like, you've played this game, you get it more than I ever could, but someone I used to watch and idolize and not being able to work with you. Yeah, 100%. 100%. But I also enjoy watching his boys play. I love watching them play. I think for me, it's, people say, oh yeah, because they're at Man City or you want to get involved. They could have been at Shrewsbury Town. Wouldn't give a shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm just happy to see their journey. I don't care where they go with it. They can go right to the top. They become championship players. I'll back them the whole way. Like, I just want them to have the journey. Obviously, I work in the game. It's hard to get a journey. To have that journey at the top level is difficult. So them getting anything, I'm happy. So I'm happy to watch them whatever level they're playing at. You're in the 18s now playing. Great, I'll come and watch that. Who really and truly wants to go out and watch under 18s play football? Like,
not me.
not many people do. You see what I'm saying? But I'll go and watch them. Like, yeah,
not back as I used. Not now. Not back then.
Back then, yeah. Back then it wasn't. Even then, tell a lie. No, it wasn't interest for me. I used to watch. Do you remember the Victory Shield? Under 16s England.
Yeah.
I used to watch that. Obviously, it's been Sky Sports. But yeah, I enjoy watching them play. Don't care where they play.
Reserve tickets used to be free, bro.
Yeah, not free no more.
Yeah, it used to be free. Like,
Not free no more.
Go to the match.
Yeah, they just wanted to get people in there, but it's a different ball game now. But yeah, it's like, I enjoy watching them play and see how they're getting on. It's their journey, isn't it?
Yeah, I see that. I see that in the for the Insta states as well.
Yeah, it's just amazing to see them play. Yeah, just great, because obviously it's easy to wait until they've made it. And then now I'm going to pay interest to you. Now I'll be interested when you're nobody.
And it's good to see them take it seriously now, because now a lot more younger people are more brought into that first team circuits. Like, you've got the blessings of Saka, you didn't have to do alone to go to do where he at. Or actually Smith Rowe did. Or Martin, he didn't do one either. He got bought and he just put him in there in the age of 18, you know what I'm saying? So as you see, the DNA of England is a lot more stronger as it is. Look at Champions League. The last England teams are just running through that now, man. Running through that.
Yeah, it's not all English players that are running through it, but
you've got some English players in that have been doing a part, like your Grealish, your Fodens, like I say again, Sakas and your Declan Rice's. That's put even Declan Rice got a team West Ham to win Europa Conference, and I take the piss out of West Ham fans because I thought that it's just meaty, but it is what it is. Declan Rice put him out of obscurity. We loved it and we nabbed him, but it is what it is. But yeah, man, one thing I enjoy watching your journey is the way you developed the mentality throughout the years. So back then, you were just some ball. It was just ball. Going, get the diary out, mean the scores. We talk.
You remember that?
Of course,
I've still got my school diaries. I've actually still got my school diaries with all the results in there and who scored. I remember looking through it maybe 3 or 4 years ago, and there's names. I'm like, who the fuck you are, bro?
Yeah,
I can't know who that is. You know what I mean? But yeah, like that, I was a little mini Opta Joe back then. Like, really wrote down exactly who it was we played against them. That's my journey. You know what I'm saying? I look back, it's on like, that was my journey, man. Fuck. Scoring 16 goals in 20 games in the league for Grays. I think I scored 22 in 23 overall. Something like that. And I'm just like, bruh. Enjoyable times. I've said to people, my most fun times playing was as a kid. So that's 14s, 15s, 16s, 17s and 18s. That youth era and maybe 27 plus. The middle part, when you're still trying to force this, not force, but I want to go pro. I want to try and find a way. Or once I got to that age and I wasn't caring,
you just stepped to the plate, stepped to the light.
Cool. This is me. This is where I'm at. And I thought that's when I really started to play and enjoy football more. And I guess at that age as well, you know the game a lot more. You play thousands of games now, so you play it differently. So that was my thing, man.
Facts. And yeah, man, it's just seeing the journey you are now, starting the academy, then, going forward to Leighton Orient and then progressing to Millwall. It's like the journey is still continuing, still evolving at the same time.
100%.
But you're learning so it's stuff. So right now in that world of like the scenes of football, the grassroots football, it's evolving.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? It's evolving and it's actually your oyster at the moment. So literally you could take it to a new level. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I've enjoyed seeing about your journey.
Nah, respect, man. Respect for that, man.
Yeah. You said you got some questions. Was that the only question you had for me?
Yeah.
Really?
Could you?
Fuck off, man. But yo, it's been a pleasure watching. It's been a pleasure hearing the journey. It's been a pleasure even talking about this because that's one thing I wanted to talk about for a long time. We had little discussions.
I think it's good for me to talk about as well.
Yeah, we had a little discussion, but we never had an in-depth conversation like this where we had like
nitty and gritty.
in the podcast, nitty and gritty, take
100%.
materialize the detail. You know what I'm saying? So that's been actually very enjoyable today. I'll be honest. Yeah.
No, it's been good, man.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
been good, man.
Let me get my mind out of battle rap at the moment. You know what I'm saying? Get back in football.
Had to chuck it in there.
Nah, but you know, sometimes I'm too battle rap for team. My first love's the football. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's
for
first love, innit?
real.
But it's always been much love coming down. You know what I'm
brother.
saying?
Come on, man.
What you telling me, Ballers Corner?
What are you telling us?
What you telling me?
What you telling me, my G?
What are you telling me?
What you telling me?
Why you telling me?
What you telling me, though?
What you telling me?
What are you telling me?
What you telling me? What you telling me?
Yo, it's one Delts. What you telling me, fam?